Welcome to Stories from the Center of the Universe, the podcast about the human experience.
DJ Gwynn, welcome to the Center of the Universe. Thanks for driving. It took you about 2 hours to get here.
Yeah, I had to gas up the jet. I got a private jet down the road from where I stay. Yeah.
The Ashland Airport.
It did take you somewhere between 45 and 50 minutes to get here. So
Yeah, about 45. It's all good, though.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to do it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. You're our fifth VCU Ram basketball player. Do you know who the other four are?
I do not.
Calvin Duncan,
Wow.
Rolando Lamb,
Okay.
Lionel Bacon, Phil Stinney.
Gotcha.
In that, I think it was in that order too.
Man,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in some great company.
Yeah. So you're rounding out the first
Starting
five.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So you're not from Virginia. Where are you from?
I'm from Burlington, North Carolina.
And you said, what, 3 exits off of 85? That's about how big Burlington is.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting bigger. It's getting, I think they added on a couple of X's out there, like, as I grew up.
How big of a place is it, like population-wise?
Shit.
15, 20,000 people maybe?
I don't know the exact number.
How many high schools are there?
That's a good
It's
question.
crazy. In Burlington, there's 2.
Okay.
Which is like is weird because Burlington is really small. But then like it's another city like right beside us. It's called Graham, and they have a high school as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's three
that's
total in that little area.
That's 3 within like a 10-minute drive. so like I mean just jumping ahead, I guess, like in high school playing basketball, like away games. It's like, man, we about to go to Graham. We about to ride like 2 minutes down the road.
You can ride your bike or
Yeah,
walk.
You didn't get on the bus?
Literally going to Graham. It's like just across the train road tracks.
Is
It's
it
so funny?
Is it a county difference, or is it the same county?
Nope, same county, Alamance County. We had like 7 high schools in our county.
That's a pretty densely populated county for Carolina, isn't it? To have 7 seems like a lot.
I mean, yeah, but the schools like back when I was in high school, they listed as like, you know, you had like your 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A schools.
Right.
Like my school was 2A. The Graham High School, they were like 1A. Williams, it was on the other side of the city, which is like still 10 minutes away. They were 3A.
So not big high schools.
Nah.
Okay.
You say city. You're talking about Burlington.
Yeah, in the same city.
How big? When you say city, how big is Burlington? Like, are we talking like skyscrapers? No, we're talking a couple of 4-story buildings.
Yeah.
Were there 4-story buildings?
I mean, like the bank was like 4-story.
Kevin, you're waiting.
Like,
No, it's it's a.
it's small.
I grew up in Short Pond. What do you want?
Everybody knows everybody in Burlington.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Yeah.
That's small. Yeah.
I mean, you do hear about your historical, like really, really small cities. I don't think Burlington's like that small, where you got like one stoplight that take you through the whole town. No, that's not the
Yeah,
case.
that's not that small.
Yeah, it's not that small, but I mean, hey, it's home. I love it.
Okay.
Is Burlington known for anything?
Other than you?
TJ Gwynn. No.
I thought you were humble until this moment.
I am a very humble guy now in my life that I'm an adult. But no, I mean, I don't think we're like really, really known for anything. Like,
All right on. All right, so before you hit high school, how did you spend your free time? Were you playing sports as a little guy, or were you doing other things?
yeah, I mean, I started playing sports when I was like 7.
Okay, and what were you playing when you were 7?
Just mainly basketball then. Yeah, I was playing like just your regular rec league.
Was AAU a thing back in the day?
AAU, I started playing AAU when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I played with Alamance Athletics.
All right, anybody we know on that team besides you?
Right. My cousin played with me. His name's Brendon Tate, and we went to elementary, middle, high school together. He ended up going to play football for Carolina, and then he got drafted. I think got drafted like in the 3rd round. Had a great career.
Oh yeah.
Played like 10 years in the league. Played with Tom Brady.
Remember Brandon Tate?
Played
Yeah.
with Randy Moss. He broke like all the college records for like punt return, kick return, touchdowns.
And he's your cousin.
Yeah,
Do you still talk to him?
yeah.
We'll talk after the recording.
God.
All right, so basketball was your thing for a long time. When did you pick up other sports?
Yeah, like I guess like in middle school, I became like well, growing up, I had like the same close knit of friends, and like I've never played like organized football. Like I would always play in the streets with like my boys, and when it came time to play like middle school football, I was like, nah, I ain't really. It's not really my thing. I mean, I'm athletic and I'm taller than anybody in the school, but I was like, it's not my thing. And then I was like, well, if I don't play football, like, who am I gonna hang out with? Like, cause like all my friends, like, they played football. They were football players,
Right.
And so I was like, man, if I don't play football, I'm not gonna have anybody to hang out with. So I just went out there and tried out just to be around those guys. Like that's to this day, I only play football to be around them. I had zero interest in it.
Were you good at it?
Yeah. I didn't know that at first though.
Right.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
I played wide receiver.
All the way through high school?
Yep. And I mean, like starting off in middle school, I played wide receiver and like free safety. And then when I got to like high school, still played wide receiver, free safety, tight end, defensive end. Played just about everything except quarterback and running back.
Because you got bigger as you got older.
Yeah, taller.
Taller.
Yeah.
And you were working out too, so you probably got a little bit stronger too.
Yeah, I mean like this. I was 6'4" in like the 10th, 9th, 10th grade. So
Wow.
it's the same height I am now. I was this size in high school. Probably like 10 pounds. No, probably about 20 pounds, like off.
Yeah, I only gained 20 pounds after high school.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so I read your bio. You played football and basketball 4 years,
Played football and basketball 4 years.
and you ran track for a couple years.
Ran track. I did high jump and long jump.
Okay.
I wouldn't really say I ran.
No, I
track,
understand. You jumped track.
Yeah, but still.
I jumped track for
or jump
2
field,
years.
I guess. I guess
And
those are field events.
It's funny, like I only did that because, like, again, not that I'm a follower, but I only did that because my friends did that, and like I didn't know when you like ran track and go on these track meets, you were getting out of school at like 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because we had to like a track meet is very long, so
Right.
I mean you're there for like hours and hours throughout the day.
Yeah, like an
at a
hour and,
track meet.
hour and a half between events kind of thing.
Yeah, so like, and then we got to drive to our destinations, which like when we're going to track meets, we're not going to like Williams and Graham, not to those schools in Burlington. So it's like, yeah, we was getting out of school at like 11, 12 o'clock. I said, shh, sign me up.
I'm running track.
I'm running track. So I just did high jump and long jump. I was like,
Sit in English class or go do the long jump.
I'm
yeah.
out of there.
Yeah, right on.
Did you have siblings?
I had 2 older brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're athletic?
No, but they'll tell you they taught me everything about basketball.
Of course.
And
How much older are we talking?
we're all 3 years apart. So my oldest brother, he's 6 years older than me.
So he was already out of high school when you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they
yeah.
play sports in high school?
Nah.
No. But they taught you everything you know.
Hey, let them tell it.
Well,
I mean, they got me tougher. I'll give them that.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Older brothers?
I'll give them that. If they want any credit, I'll give them the toughness.
That you were
part.
well, it takes toughness, as you know,
Yeah.
to play basketball at the
mean,
level you play it.
It took me a long way.
Yeah.
They weren't good at all.
Like, it's crazy. Like, my brother, like, my older brother, well, both of them, actually, like, growing up, they played, like, rec league as well. And, like, I know my oldest brother, I saw him playing. And, like, his team was battling for a rebound. His team was battling for a defensive rebound. He kept getting tapped around. Like, it got, like, tapped out to him. And he was in the corner for some reason. Should have been in there getting a rebound. But he gets the ball, shoots it in the corner, nails the 3. Wrong basket.
Oh, no. I was getting ready to say Ray Allen in the finals.
Yeah, it
and
was Ray
you're
Allen, all
wrong
right.
basket.
Dropped it.
Wow.
Straight nets.
That's some Jim Marshall stuff right there.
The best shot he's ever had in his life is for the wrong team.
I bet.
Did he celebrate? Like he just made a shot, or did he realize right away?
I mean, we talking like I was probably like 5 years old at that time though.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so in my memory him getting that ball. And he had like a Bill Cartwright shot. It's so crazy. It's like, you know, Bill
Yeah, he
Cartwright
was
is-
way too far back.
yeah. And he just nailed it from the corner. Like, first of all, like now that I know basketball in the game, like, why are you in the corner on a defensive rebound?
He was kind of out of it, it sounds like.
Like,
Wouldn't really.
Well, he must not have been thinking if he caught it and shot it, right?
he
I mean,
nailed it.
now what's his brother's name? So
This is my oldest brother, Brendon.
All right. Is he
Sorry,
going to listen to
Brendon.
this?
I'll make him listen to it.
Now you better.
Do y'all talk a lot of smack to each other?
Nah.
Not really?
I mean, they wasn't athletic, so like
Do they think of themselves as
they were
not
They
athletic?
were not basketball players. Like now, Brandon, he can like flip.
Oh.
He's not like a gymnastics. He's not a gymnast or anything, but like he can flip. Like he could run up like walls and do a backflip off of it. And
Okay.
he'd
That's
do,
pretty
like,
athletic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now that he's not like he can't play basketball,
I got you.
but
Could he dunk?
nah, I doubt it.
No. I'm just thinking about the
The
flipping.
flipping,
Jump up
he
in the
would
air.
get like really. He would get like super high.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he can dunk though.
You probably
I
wouldn't
mean,
think about
I think Brandon's like 6 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
6 foot with not enough ups to dunk?
I mean, you 6 foot. That's some hops.
It is.
Yeah.
We talking at least 40+ inch vert.
Yeah, you're getting up there. Spud Webb must have been approaching 50 inches.
I
I'm
would
guessing.
say.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the middle brother, he wasn't any good at.
He played football a little bit, but now he would be the one to tell you that he really taught me everything I know about basketball. That he's the one. Like my oldest brother, he might like chill out a little bit on it, but he'll be the one. Jamal, that's his name.
Okay.
He'll say like, "Yeah, I taught little bro everything." All right, man.
How tall is he?
Probably 6 foot too. Probably like
Okay.
no, 6'2" TOO.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, as well. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 6-foot brothers, and then you pop in. 6'4".
Yeah, we all have different fathers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, my dad, I think he's probably about 6. He's the real 6'2".
Okay.
How tall is mom?
Mom's like 5'7".
Okay.
It's a good, decent height.
Yeah.
All right, so you track, basketball, football, but you also played a year of soccer. Why did you play soccer?
Well, I played soccer throughout middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And again, I had no interest in soccer. A couple of my buddies, they were playing, and I was like, man, I'm really not interested in playing soccer. But again, I ain't gonna have anything to do, so I just played soccer. I played goalie.
Okay.
It's crazy. Like I got really good. Like I had quick instincts, and I was like long, so the like opposing teams, like they had a really difficult time scoring on
Sure.
like a huge goalie.
Yeah.
A huge, quick goalie at that.
Agile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it helped with my hands too.
All right, so we're going to bounce around here, but when you were a junior in high school, did you want to be in the NBA or NFL?
NBA.
Okay. Did you ever want to be in the NFL?
I mean, that was the backup plan. Yeah.
All right.
If
My
I
backup
didn't
plan,
make
too.
Ke- Kevin's 6'2", buck 80, soaking wet.
Backup plan. Right.
could have been a kicker or something.
Kicker. Thanks,
Punter.
DJ.
That's the
punter?
that's the best gig in the, in the
might be.
NFL.
Right.
A backup punter.
You remind me of my punter anyway. I'm a LA Rams football fan anyway.
Who's the LA Rams punter?
Golly, man.
I can't remember.
Hecker? It's Hecker, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Heckler. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Do you look like? Does he look like him?
Well, Heckler's tall. He's like, it's probably like my size, 6'4".
Yeah.
Got a leg on him. Got a boot. Yeah.
Everybody says Kevin looks like the teenage version of Aaron Rodgers.
You see that?
Yep.
All right. So when did colleges first notice you for basketball?
Shoot. I would say like freshman year.
And did you win the state championship your freshman year?
Yeah, I won a state championship MVP my freshman year.
How's that happen?
Well, when I was in middle school, when I was in 8th grade, like I was already dunking in middle school, and so the coaches in my high school coach, he already knew that like I was going to play varsity when I got to 9th grade, and so I did, and I was the only freshman on the team, and a real good buddy of mine, like the first game, like he got into it with like another player on the opposing team, and like coach kicked him off, and like I think coach was still trying to figure out like who was going to start at the time. It was the 5 position, the center, and like that kind of like opened it up for me.
You played 5 as a freshman.
Yeah, I played 5 throughout my whole high school career.
For the non-basketball fans listening to this, that's the center. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
In the center, you quote unquote supposed to be like the tallest player on the team, which I was at 6'4". It's a shame.
Were you posting people up? I mean, you literally.
Yeah.
Did you ever get out there
On the
shoot
wing?
or anything?
No.
Wow.
That's a
And
shame.
that wasn't your game in VCU.
Right.
Right. That's crazy. That's good for. I mean, that's amazing that you were able. That's not.
a hard transition.
Yes.
And I guarded like I know this kid played at Williams, like the school in the same city, like
Right.
10 minutes away. He was 7 foot, a legit 7 foot too. And his dad was the coach at Elon, and his dad like offered me.
Could he play though?
Who Adam?
The
Yeah,
7 foot.
Adam. He could play. I think he played at NC State.
Okay. What's his last name?
Adam Simons.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
See, he was a little bit older than you.
Yeah, I think he was he might have been a senior while I was a freshman.
So 18-year-old is very different than a 15-year-old, and he's got 8 inches on you.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
crazy.
he could shoot it too. He could shoot it from the outside.
All right, so you were getting on radars. Was it more local North Carolina colleges radars, or was it?
Yeah,
more
it
than that?
was like after winning state championship MVP my freshman year, like that really put me on the radar for like local schools, well colleges like in the North Carolina area.
When did VCU take interest?
I would say probably like my sophomore, junior year. Like the assistant coach at the time, Coach Klein, he recruited my high school teammate that was like 2 years older than me, Drew Williamson. He was recruiting Drew to come to Virginia Tech, and then he ends up leaving to go. He ended up leaving Virginia Tech to go to VCU.
Right.
Yeah. So like at the time, he was recruiting me for Virginia Tech while he was there, but then when he left, he kept recruiting me.
So would you have ended up at VCU if he hadn't gone to VCU? I guess we'll never know.
I mean, probably so because Coach Capel recruited me as well, and like throughout that time, like me and Coach Capel, like the bond was tight. Like we got really, really close.
Yeah, he was your head coach the whole time.
The whole time at VCU?
Yeah.
Oh no. We'll get into that whenever.
Oh yeah,
you're
we're gonna
ready.
get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, we get into that.
So wait a minute. You just said that you had a tight bond with a Dookie.
Hey man, it was weird, but like, yeah, I mean it was tight, man.
He's a
like,
good guy.
Like he was a really good guy, and it was more about like what am I doing like off the court, like how my mom and my dad doing, like the relationship was like really, really, it was really good.
He cared about more than basketball.
Yeah,
And he cared about you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
There's some good Dookies.
yeah. They're out there.
Yeah. It's hard
All
to
right,
find.
you want to get it out of your system now? For our listeners, Kevin Flippin, I think everybody knows, he talks about UNC all the time. But TJ is also a UNC fan. What do y'all want to talk about as relates to UNC
See,
basketball?
look, we're annoying him already because
no,
we're UNC fans.
to be clear, TJ's not annoying me.
Wow. Just continue with
Michael
with,
Jordan's the best athlete ever.
Jeez,
What else y'all got?
Continue with TJ's story. I'm sure there will be more Tar Heel things coming out.
Because you're on the mic. Yes.
No, because TJ and I share that bond.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I was born in Chapel Hill.
Okay.
Hospital,
See?
but, yeah.
That's
bleeds
that's
Carolina
a
blue.
pretty tight connection to UNC.
UVA people, man.
All right, so who else besides VCU and Carolina colleges were interested in you?
Basketball. You had it's crazy because like the big schools, like the Wake Forests, the Clemsons, the NC States, like they were recruiting me, but they never like gave me the offer.
Right.
Like the coaches, they were calling, they were sending letters. I mean, I don't know, like if the actual head coach sends the letter, it's probably a typed up letter that every kid gets, and they probably stamp their signature. They probably don't even really sign it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had like ACC schools like recruiting me, but like they never like gave the offer out.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of schools in Carolina, like East Carolina, West Carolina, UNC Wilmington, High Point, Elon.
What's the one, Catawba?
Catawba? Nah, nah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
It's probably a reason.
Big South.
Big South, right on. So, were you still playing 5 by the time you were a junior?
Yeah.
Were there no other tall kids in the school?
Well, there were like my junior year. No, I think it was my junior year. I was so hyped because we had got a transfer from Easton Guilford. It's a good buddy of mine, Tavares Watts. He was like 6'8".
There's your center.
Yeah, he was coming. He had got there, and like we're playing very well together. I'm loving it because I'm at the 4 now. I'm getting closer to where I want to be at the 3.
That's the best position. Yeah.
Never got there though. But a lot of off the court problems come into play with him, and he's like dismissed from the team after like I don't know. I think it was like probably 5 or 6 games. So
He must have done something pretty bad. If you're 6'8" and get kicked off the team, it's different than being 5'10" and getting kicked off the team.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And back to the 5 you went.
Back to the 5 I went.
So they took a transfer to find somebody taller than you.
Yeah.
How tall?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I imagine you were pretty active in the paint, though. Like, you at the 5 is probably at 6'4". Most high schools coming in, unless they have the big kid that you have to guard. But do y'all play a lot of zone, or did y'all play man?
We played man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played man the whole game.
You must have been helping people out all the time.
I faced a lot of zone. Very few teams played because couldn't no center keep up with me.
Right.
So I faced a lot of man. I faced a lot of zone, a lot of boxing ones, and like I'm already in the paint. You run a boxing 1 on me, good grief. I
A
got
boxing 1 on the 5. That's unusual.
Yeah, I know.
Usually it's the shooting guard or the 3, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I was still able to find my spots and get buckets, but yeah, that was pretty wild.
A 2-3 zone, they could essentially triple team you almost any time they wanted to when you're inside like
And
that.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what most teams did.
Yeah, but toughness comes in.
Yeah.
Your older brothers.
Let them tell it. And football helped too.
Did you like free safety or wide receiver better?
I like both. Like I loved playing both ways. See, the thing is, I loved football games. Hated football practice.
You're like everybody else that's ever played football.
Yeah, I hated football practice. Like basketball, I love like basketball practice and basketball games.
Yeah.
Football, it's like, man, I got to find a way to get out of here. So that's when I played soccer. Like football season, soccer season was in the same. It was in the same time frame. So like, I would leave football practices to go play soccer games.
But you played all the games in football.
Absolutely.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Once again, you were 6'4", not 5, whatever, and yeah,
Right.
6'4" guys go play today.
Yeah. I game plan around that.
Yeah, that's good.
If I play soccer.
Coach, the soccer team needs me right now.
Yeah.
I got to go. All right, so let's talk more about you being recruited by VCU. So there was an assistant coach that left from Tech. I missed his name.
Coach Mark Klein.
Yep. And then Jeff Capel. All right, he was the head coach when you got there.
Yeah.
All right, so they were recruiting you, and you said, "I'm leaving all these North Carolina schools that are talking to me, and I'm going to go to VCU." What made the decision for you?
Well, like I said earlier, like Burlington it's a small city. Everybody knows everybody.
Who is? You can take that if you want to.
No, that's cool. That's actually one of my former teammates, Jesse Pellarosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll talk about him later too.
Yeah, so it's a small city. Everybody knows everybody. One of my decisions in picking a school, like I had to get out of North Carolina. Like too many people had access to me, and like I had access to people as well. But I just wanted like a new change of scenery. Yeah.
You got it because you ended up at downtown Richmond,
Right.
Versus,
I didn't want to go too far away from my family, but I didn't want any just like random pop-ups.
Right.
Like if you come in 2.5 hours, like you got to make a call or something.
Right.
It ain't no just showing up at my dorm room. Hey, what's up today? No.
yeah, you're being serious about something.
Yeah.
Driving 2.5 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean that was a big part.
All right, so I'm intrigued because I don't remember who was the head coach after Jeff Capel.
Grant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Grant. But I mean, so like where we want to go? So,
It's wherever you want to go. Just remember that we were being recorded, and
yeah.
And we have 1 million listeners.
I mean, that's fine.
we have like 120.
Well, I mean,
listeners.
for the people who know the program, I'm only speaking the truth.
Okay.
So yeah, my first year, I mean, it went okay. Like, all right, going back to high school. So in AAU, I think like 17 and under, we're down in Florida playing in the Nationals, and Coach Cable and Coach Klein, they come to see me play, and we're playing some team, I think, and it's a close game, and we're down by a couple of points. I go up for a reverse layup, come down wrong. They marked it as like tearing my MCL, like hyperextending my knee. So I'm done. I'm done for the rest of the AAU season, and I end up missing the first half of football season my senior year. Now, throughout that time, I'm taking visits to like other schools, but like I can't play at the moment. And again, once we get into playoffs for football season, I was like, man, I'm getting back better. I've been doing like physical therapy and getting my legs stronger. So I'm like, hey man, I tell coach like I want to play. It's like, man, I'm not letting you play. You're already signed, and like, what's the point?
Right.
Playing like a different sport. Like, you're already signed to go play basketball at VCU. Like, why you want to play football? I was like, man, because I love it, and like my friends, they're out there. I want to be with my friends. And so I come back with one of those big linemen knee braces on, playing wide receiver.
You can't really move that well.
So
no.
you got a 6'4" receiver, wide, spread out, with a big offensive line.
It had to
knee
slow you
brace.
down, right? It had to slow you down.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like I think after the first half, I took the knee brace off and just played the rest of the playoffs like without the knee brace.
And it sounds like you didn't injure it.
No, I didn't re-injure it. So, fast forward, my freshman year, I go to VCU, and I get there, and our best player at the time is Nick George, and behind him it was another guy, Mike Anderson. So like on the depth chart, it was like, good grief, like me getting recruited, I wasn't like really, I didn't know about like the college process and all of that stuff. So I didn't know I was getting recruited to a school where the best player was in my position. So it's like, so
You weren't used to that, right? Because you're starting as a freshman in high school.
yeah. So like, it's like I get there, it's like the best player is in my position. Like I'm not coming in and taking his spot.
Right.
So it's like, so me and coach, we decided that like I should redshirt that year. My knee wasn't 100%, and I probably wasn't going to play that much.
What position were you going?
He was at the 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
6'4" at the 4 is not tall.
at all.
Yeah.
So we fast forward to like the end. So I sit out that year, learned a lot just by just sitting watching those guys play on like a Division I level. So I learned a lot just watching that year, and it's crazy. So I had 3 college coaches at VCU.
Right.
I mean, I can guarantee you. I haven't done the research or anything, but I can guarantee you there's not another D1 basketball player that has had 3 coaches, 3 different head coaches in his college career.
Right.
Now, if anybody out there is listening and they do know someone, let me know.
Yeah, I can't name anybody who's played for 3 different head coaches.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think myself of any situation where 3 coaches were needed in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's
It's
rare.
it's never heard of.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a lot to think. That's a lot to process as, like, a player. So it's funny. We're sitting in our dorm rooms my freshman year, just chilling, just players just chilling with each other in our dorm rooms, team camaraderie, and on the bottom of our screen, like at the bottom of ESPN breaking news, coach decides to go to Oklahoma.
This was after the season.
Yeah, it was after the season.
Yo, he hadn't told anyone.
What? No. It was like the craziest thing ever. Like, we're just sitting there chilling, having a good time as teammates, and we see it roll at the bottom of ESPN. Like, no one's told us anything.
Is it because ESPN got the scoop really fast because they have guys out there getting scoops, or did Jeff just not think about it?
I mean, that's a question for him, I guess.
He is a Dookie.
See, look at that. We already converting him.
No,
I love it.
I've been anti-Dookie for a long time.
So, like, we see it, and we're like, yo, what in the world is going on? Like, we found out.
And y'all are young. You're only 18, 19
Yeah, I'm
years
18
old.
at the time, yeah. It's like, we found out just like the rest of the world. Like, we ain't getting no heads up or anything. Like, this is crazy. So, like, later on, we get called in a meeting, and like, I don't even think, coach is not even there. He's not even there at that meeting. I think, like, the assistant coaches, like, brought us in to tell us. It's like, well, I guess you all saw the news. Yeah. No kidding.
And if we missed it, we got a call right after. Yeah.
Right.
Did you ever talk to him?
Who?
Did Capel ever talk to y'all?
Yeah, he came. He like flew back. Like, I think he might have still been out there in Oklahoma, but he flew back to Richmond, and he called a meeting with us to, like, I guess, tell us face to face.
So if Jeff Capel was going to Oklahoma, there's no way that word didn't get out, and ESPN was going to pick up on it before he had a chance to fly back and tell y'all. Even though he is a Dookie, I got to defend him a little bit.
I mean, coaches, they get jobs all the time.
Yeah.
They're able to fly back and tell your players.
I don't know.
Yeah, stop defending the Dookie.
And he recruited you too, so you had a strong relationship with him.
Yeah.
We had cell phones at that time, right? If you weren't that old.
No, yeah, we had cell phones.
This is what year? 05, 06?
Yeah, this 05, 06.
Yeah.
This is
and my
this
point
is
is,
06.
he could have made an effort, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was really disappointing. That was, like, really, it was mind-blowing. And, like, I was ready to, like, go back home to North Carolina after that. I was ready to transfer to a school back in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I was just really blown by that.
Seems weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And I imagine that, like you said, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. I mean, like, he sat in my living room.
Yeah.
He came in the house and sat in my living room. Talked to my mom and my dad.
Was 06 the last time you talked to him?
No. Like, we would text. We would text each other.
Okay. Yeah. So Anthony Grant was the next head.
Yeah, so coach. Anthony Grant comes in.
And he wasn't one of the assistants. He was.
Nah, he came from University of Florida.
Yeah, that's right.
Under Billy Donovan after they, like, had won the national championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Back to back.
Yeah, they went back to that national championship.
Yeah, Grant he was well known.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We knew he was going to head coach somewhere, just a matter of where.
Right.
All right, so how long did he last?
So he lasted 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played my freshman, sophomore, junior year under Coach Grant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because your first year was redshirt.
Right.
Yeah.
So that season, that first year he got there, that was kind of bananas because, like, we only went, like, I would say we only went like 7, 8 deep. Like, we had a couple of injuries from our big guys. They were, like, in and out of the lineup. We had a couple players. Had a couple players get kicked off. So we only had like 10, like 9, 10 players on the squad.
And you're still playing the 4 going into your redshirt freshman
At this
year?
moment, yeah, I'm playing the 4.
That's amazing. I mean, seriously.
Because all the other 4s are 6, 7 plus.
Yeah. I mean, they really are. Like, we really did, like, the small ball thing before, I would say, I guess, the Golden State Warriors or whoever came up with the small ball thing. We had been doing it. I've been doing it all my whole life.
Right.
So that's kind of
the
what
small
Havoc,
ball thing.
Because what Havoc was built on, right?
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, we were just so, like size-wise, we didn't, like, really have it. So we had to go a different route. We had to jump the game up.
Yeah.
Well, apparently in Burlington, you were the only tall person.
Yeah, it's so crazy because, like, in AAU, I played the 3. I started the 3, and I was the backup point guard for my AAU team. And I played for the North Carolina Gators, and we were ranked nationally. So it's not like I'm just out of position playing on this terrible team.
Right.
Like, I had, like, guys on my team ranked in the country.
Right.
So I started the 3 for my AAU team. It just sucked because I had to play the center at high school.
Yeah, it does suck.
And I mean, I played the center at VCU a couple times.
That's real small ball.
Yeah.
So, what was your relationship like with Grant?
I mean, it was great. Like at first, it was like really, really well. I think like his first year, I was on all CA rookie team.
Yeah.
Jesse, who just called me, I think he made 3rd team all CAA. B.A. Walker, he made 2nd team all CAA. Eric Maynard, he made the 1st team, and I think he was player of the year. I think he got player of the year. No, he might have been player of the year that year. So we had somebody on 1st team, 2nd team, 3rd team, and on all rookie team, and Coach Grant was coach of the year. Yeah. So that was a very, very good year for us.
Okay.
And that was the year we beat Duke.
Oh, that same year.
Yeah.
Please tell us about that.
Wait, so your redshirt freshman year.
Yep.
All right, go, walk us through that game, because that was the biggest moment in VCU basketball history, of course, until the Final Four run. Yeah.
So we're sitting. What's the name? I think they changed the name of that room. Now it was like where we would go sit and watch film. It came up Duke. I think it was a 5 and 12.
Yeah, it's 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. on that Sunday, Selection Sunday.
Selection Sunday.
Yeah, Selection Sunday. I think Duke was a 5 seed at that time.
Which is rare for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually they're a 1 or 2.
1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if they were a 5 seed,
5-12, right?
We were a 12 seed.
What went through your mind the second you saw that?
What went through my mind was, oh man, I get a chance to play Duke.
Yeah.
Second thing was like, man, we can beat these guys, man. Like this ain't your like typical Duke team.
Right.
So it's like, man, we can really beat these guys. And I knew they had Josh McRoberts, and I played against Josh McRoberts in AAU. Like his AAU team was stacked though. He had Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Daquan Cook, I think like Sean May's little brother. Like
They were stacked.
they were stacked.
All
And
those
they
guys
were-
went to Ohio State, and he went to Duke, huh?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And but yeah, going forward with Duke, I just me thinking to myself like, man, we can beat these guys, and we have a really good chance to beat these guys. I mean, that's what we went out and did. But just sitting on the and I actually got in the game and played some like valuable minutes as a freshman against them.
That's awesome.
I hit 1 point. I went to the free throw line, missed the first one, and made the second one. And we only won by 1 point.
I've never scored any points in college, much less against
But that was
Duke.
the point.
Yeah,
Your point is the reason y'all won that game.
yeah.
I mean,
tell
Maynard's
everybody
shot was kind
I
of.
tell everybody that. I'll be like, man, forget Maynard's shot. If it weren't for my free throw, man, we probably would have lost.
That's
Nobody talks about TJ's free throw.
Nobody talks about
Dude,
it.
that
Nah,
shot was-
shout
that
out E
shot was
Maynard though,
crazy.
man.
Were you on the floor when he hit that, or were you on?
No,
the
I was
bench?
on bench.
Did y'all had to go crazy?
Yeah.
That's just.
Well, let's back up. Y'all were down 1, or was it?
Yeah.
You're down 1, and how many seconds were left when the ball was?
I think
thrown
that
in?
like they scored. So
So it was a free play.
We were up. We were up 1. They scored like on a layup, and we take the ball out. Coach Grant is wanting to call a timeout. Eric's like, no, don't call a timeout. Don't call a timeout. So he basically like waves Coach Grant off, and
Grant still could have called the timeout, right? The ref's right there next to
he
it.
could have called a timeout. He was like, Eric's like, no, I got
Smart
it.
coach, man. Let him do his thing. He knew. Don't let him get set up.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like Eric was just a sophomore. I mean, he had a great year.
Yeah.
But he's like just a sophomore. I mean, he's young.
Yeah.
And he's like waving the coach off, like, no, don't call a timeout. And like he just comes down, boom, boom.
He makes a couple moves, right? And then he hits a free throw line shot,
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, it was like I think it was probably like a step, at the time, probably like about an 18-footer.
Yeah.
A dagger, man.
Oh, I was watching it live, man. It was
Beautiful
crazy.
thing we've ever seen.
And it was, yeah, I know, right? And we were playing against John Shire, who's gonna be Duke's
Their
head
coach.
coach next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
We were playing. He was on that team, and like he had got like hit. I think Eric Maynard went in there and like went in for like a layup early in the game, and like his elbow came down and like John was like leaking from his eye.
Sure, it was accidental.
Of course, yeah, it was.
Did anybody on the Duke team slap the floor when they were on defense? Like
No,
Wojo
I don't think they had the Wojo guys on that team.
I don't think that was one of those teams, that although Shire made a bunch of crazy faces all the time. Remember that?
When he was
Shire
shooting?
faces. When he was getting fouled.
Oh, almost like a
I'm
soccer
sure
injury.
we're about to see another 20 years of it on the Duke sideline.
Yeah, they had Greg Paulus.
Oh, that guy was annoying.
Yeah.
He really was.
Rob, write all these names down. So these are people we'll never get on the podcast.
Right.
And we want them? Paulus was
Wait a minute. Do you think this is your podcast?
No, it's not. Paulus was a quarterback too, though, wasn't he?
A really good one at
Yeah.
that.
He probably should have played football.
He didn't play it. He didn't play at Duke, did he? Played in high school.
Nah.
Yeah. Was that so? Did you think Maynard was going to make it, or were you worried that it wasn't going to go in? Like I can't. It probably felt like 10 seconds the ball being in the air when he shot it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like we were all standing up, and we were like we had our arms around each other, and the shot was just going up. Like you said, it seemed like it took forever. And I mean, I didn't think he was gonna miss it. I didn't even think about it. I knew he was gonna take the shot. I knew air wasn't passing. So let's clear that air. But I didn't think about like what would happen if he missed it. That never like crossed my mind.
Well, Eric was the point guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's traditional point guards tend to pass a little bit more, but Lionel Bacon, I don't know how well you know Lionel. Lionel said when he signed the agreement or the scholarship paperwork to come to VCU, he said it didn't say anything about passing.
Hey, point guards have become scorers a lot lately, the last 20 years.
Or even back in the late 80s when Lionel was playing, yeah.
It's funny because like when we were like in the first half, like they threw like I think it was like a back screen lob to Joshua Roberts, and I was in the game at this time, and like he was so high, and Joshua Roberts he's like 6'10"
Right.
and can jump. He caught the lob, and he was so high. I was looking up at him like, holy shit, and he dunks it, and I think that I don't know exactly how many points it put him up, but after the dunk, I said to myself, I was like, man, we're in trouble. Like they're about to whoop us.
Yeah, because they're Duke after all.
Yeah. And then they got the 3 stripe guys on their side. And
No, everybody wants Duke to win.
Yeah.
Except for UNC fans and UVA fans.
Right.
Actually, nobody wants Duke to
I
win.
was going to say,
Dick Vitale, and maybe that's it.
Jay Billis.
Yes, Jay Billis.
Yeah, I hate to throw names out there, but
do you know what we should have done? And maybe this is something we start
Are
doing.
y'all about to like name 10 more people that are never going to be on the
This
podcast?
has nothing to do with that. We should have an iPad, and we should have watched that moment right now, and let TJ like relive the Eric Maynard shot.
Well, this is just dress rehearsal anyway for the podcast.
All right, well,
I mean, you can pull out your phone right now if you
I
want.
know. It was just
It's too late now.
Yeah.
It is too late.
It's
I
too
know.
late.
That's why I'm kind of going with that. But anyway,
So who'd y'all play in the next round?
Pitt played Pittsburgh.
And Pitt was the 4 seed,
Oh shit.
or
they
like
had it, yeah,
or the
probably. They would
so.
have,
or the 13,
4 or
maybe.
5.
Yeah, they would have been like a 4.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Y'all should have beat them.
That's so crazy. Like we played them. That was a really, really tight game. It was up and down. And I actually had a pretty good game that game. I think I had like 4 points and like 6 rebounds. I was like, Coach, I'm on my way to a double-double, man. You got to keep me in the game.
Yeah, because you would have had more numbers if you had more playing time, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're playing them tough, and like some calls go the Pitt way, and I mean that was because of those
Big conference team, man.
big teams, those 3 straight shirt guys
Yeah.
on the court.
I hate those guys. Hey, so who was on that Pitt team? Because I was trying to remember
The
myself.
point guard with the cornrows. God, I forgot his name. Fields. I think his last name's Fields.
Yeah, maybe.
like stocky point guard.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was on the team. The 4-man. I guarded him. God, what's his name?
Any of those guys end up in the NBA?
The guy that I was guarding, the guy that I can't think of his name, but yeah, he ended up in the NBA. Yeah. I mean, they were a good team. I mean, they were like a 4 seed for a reason.
Yeah.
I just think like we should have beat them guys.
They lost by 20 in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. Like,
To who?
I don't know, but I'm sure they did.
yeah.
Oh, you're just making that up.
Yeah, I did. We don't fact check on this podcast.
Apparently not. All right, so they knocked you out, but you guys went to NCAA one more time while you were there, right?
Yep, my junior year.
Yeah, and how'd y'all do in that tournament? And I'm asking because I don't
We
remember.
UCLA
played, we got UCLA that game, and like
Awesome.
we're playing them like it's up and down. It's up and down. We're going at it, and it comes down to like another airman or dagger, and like he just misses it. And it's crazy. Like now that I'm a junior, I was on the floor, so I'm on the court, and like I was wide open on the wing, and I'm like I'm calling for the ball, like Eric, and like in the shot that Eric hit to beat Duke. I see my buddy Jamal Schuler. He's on the team too, and he's on the wing, and he's like in that ready shoot position. Like Eric, I'm open, pass the ball. He's not passing you the ball. And like
You knew 2 years early he wasn't going to pass you the ball.
yeah, I know. And when we were playing UCLA, I'm in that same position as that Jamal Schuler was on the wing. Like, Eric, I'm open, pass the ball. Man, what am I thinking? He ain't passing me the ball.
And couldn't you blame him?
Oh no. No. I mean, if I was in that position, I'm taking the shot too.
Were you playing 3 then?
No, I'm still playing 4.
You were playing 4. You played 4 all the way through.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Why? Well, so it sounds like the 4 could play outside occasionally.
Well, with the style of play that we had,
There were 4 guys
the 4
outside.
was on the wing.
I
Well,
got
he
you.
was
Sure.
like
That's a good point.
like elbow extended,
It's almost like having 2 threes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much interchangeable. I mean, that helped us out a lot on defense. Like, if I get switched on to like a point guard, like I can guard the point.
Right. You can guard all 5
Yeah.
positions.
And I mean, I had to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So how'd you deal with a 7-footer or a 6'10" guy?
I mean, we played a ton of help D because
Yeah.
like teams were just. I mean, every team we played was probably the smaller team, so we played a lot of help D. So like I would just front them, make them lob it over.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you knew
that's
you were
a
gonna get
lot
help.
of. Yeah, I got help on the backside.
Right.
So if you lob it over me, first it has to be like a perfect pass because whoever got help side, you got to lob it.
Yeah.
So if you lob it and my help side is not there, like one coach is pissed.
A kid's coming out of the
Yeah,
game.
you're probably gonna get subbed out for not having my help. Yeah. So I mean, it was easy. And it was nothing new. So it wasn't like a new challenge of me guarding someone bigger than me. I've been doing that all my life.
Did you get physical with him?
Oh yeah, had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With more hips or elbows or what? Or shoulders? Or
All of the
it?
above.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of grabbing and fouling going on down there. They're like the refs.
They just let it go.
Yeah, they got to.
Yeah. Otherwise, those kids would foul out the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, right on. Look, I'm going to jump back to high school,
Mm-hmm.
and the pun intended. What was your highest high jump? You remember?
No, I don't remember actually.
Could you jump over your own height, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to jump over a car?
That's a weird question.
No, it's not. I tried to,
First-
jump over a car.
When you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was Kobe Bryant. But I was like, no.
The commercial?
Yeah, the commercial.
Wait a minute, is the car moving or not? What are we
No,
talking?
it's coming at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your question, the car is moving.
It depends. The one I tried to jump over wasn't moving because I'm not crazy.
No, you're crazy.
Either way, I think
Yeah,
you're
because
crazy.
you try to jump over.
Well, hey man, I had some hops back in the day.
Oh, really?
But it was a sports car.
Okay.
And I touched it, right? So it's not like I jumped over a car. Let's not get
Are we talking about front to back?
The hood?
No.
Just the hood.
No, it's parked and I'm coming from the side.
Yeah, you just jumping
Just
over the hood.
over the
No,
hood.
not the hood, the roof.
Oh.
Yeah. let's not talk about me. We can do that on another podcast.
Oh, but is it a rhetorical question, or do you want him to answer the question?
I
Can
was
you
asking
jump over
if
a
he'd
car?
ever
I
jumped
thought it
over a
was
car.
I thought it was a total question. No, I've never tried.
Oh,
Never,
Let's
you've
do
never
it.
even thought about it.
Yeah, I never thought about
do we
it.
want to go outside and try it?
Nah, we're all right, man. I'm 34
You got your
years old
shoes
now.
on? Are you ready?
Nah, man.
All right. No car jumping.
Do you remember your best long jump?
Nope.
Was it over 20 feet?
I don't know. Like I told you before, man.
You were just going hanging out with your friends.
I was just
Hanging
trying to
out.
get out of school at that time.
Oh yeah, the 11
I was
a.m.
getting out of
departure
school
time.
early. Yeah.
You didn't even look to see what how far did I go? Whatever.
I mean, I went out there and gave it my. I gave it my all.
Right on.
Yeah, but I don't remember those times.
I remember you
that was like
probably-
15 years ago.
Did you
Yeah,
probably
like
win
15
some
years ago.
meets though? I mean, yeah, I can't imagine there's a lot of like kids.
No. It's some serious.
They were
high
really-
jumpers out
okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah, some guys that like really do this.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
You gonna tell them the Herman Moore story?
No, because I've told that story way too many times. I can tell him afterwards.
All right.
Our listeners don't need to hear it because they've heard it at least twice now. You know who Herman Moore is? Have you heard of Herman Moore?
The football coach?
Yeah, no, a football player. Is he coaching somewhere now too? He played at UVA back in the late '80s, early '90s. Played for Detroit
Detroit
in the
Lions.
pros. Who is that?
It's Jesse again.
Answer it. Let's talk to Jesse. Put him on speaker.
Jesse.
Hey, what's up, Pellet?
What's up? You called me, man?
Yeah, man. I did earlier. You sound asleep, man. What's going on though, man?
No, I was just calling you back. Yeah, what you gonna need? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's straight, man. I'm doing this podcast right now, man.
Oh, hey,
Hey, what's
Hey
up,
there,
man?
Jesse. How's it going?
Oh, I love it.
all right.
This is live, man. This is
No, it's
live.
not live. Just
It's
recorded.
live right now.
He said it's live right now.
Hey, man, well, you gotta call me back and so you can't.
Well, you called me, and the first time, and I just hit the volume button, and I told him, he was like, "Who is that?" I was like, "It's Jesse, one of my former teammates." And then you called again. He was like, "Just answer." So
Thought it was an emergency.
Man. Oh, how's everybody going, man?
Jesse, I'm good, man.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good, Jesse. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Just got back from the Nationals.
There you go.
get back from the Nationals. You're
Yeah,
16,
7th through 10th grade team.
7th through 10th grade. Gotcha. How y'all do? I know y'all got like how'd y'all finish
Oh
up?
man, my 9th grade team, we lost to Team Load in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up winning the whole thing. My 10th grade team lost to another team in the semifinals. They ended up winning the whole thing. So we did pretty good.
Yeah, good job, man. Proud of you, man.
Nice.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Good
Thanks.
stuff.
All right, man. Just hit me back later on.
All right, I got you.
All right.
That was great.
Richmond's own
Yeah.
Jesse Pellet.
He's from here.
Yeah, born and raised.
John Marshall, right? Did
No,
go
he
to
went to
Marshall?
Wilf. He went to George.
George
Wilf.
With, okay.
It was a funny story about Jesse. Like my early years in VCU, like when we would fly to different teams, we would actually like have to go sit in the airport and wait till our time to go get on to board. So like we would be walking through the airport. Hey, what's up, Jesse? What's up, Jesse? And, like just the random places we would go, everybody knew Jesse.
Wow. The mayor.
He was the mayor, like he was the mayor before the Brandon Rozelles and the Brad Burgess. Like everybody knew Jesse. It was so crazy. We would just go to like just random places.
What position did he play?
Jesse played the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he played the 3.
And he was an outgoing guy. Everybody liked him.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
Jesse's a great guy. I love
That's
that
it.
dude. He took me on his. He basically like took me under his wing. Like when I got to VCU.
And y'all still keep in touch, obviously. He called you
Yeah.
twice in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I thought it was an emergency. I
Yeah,
should
we was like, yeah,
answer
you
that thing.
need
You never know.
to answer it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my guy though. Like we both played football in high school, so we had that like connection.
When he played, I wonder, was it JHW back then?
No,
They-
that's
they broke it.
80s stuff.
Oh, is it that
Yeah,
far
it's a
back?
long
Oh,
time
my.
ago. Because George With was, was it Armstrong, Kennedy, JHW?
Yeah.
But Marshall Walker.
Yeah.
All the schools in Richmond were combined in
Oh, really?
like the 80s.
They would combine 2 or 3
When
schools
we were-
into
when we
one
were young.
football team. Or, yeah.
Yeah, and then they all broke back out. So
Right on. All right, so senior year, what happened your senior year?
Senior year in
College. Yeah.
All right, so, well, we finish. We lose to UCLA in the first round my junior year. That summer, like we're going hard. Like all the players, workouts, we're going hard, and we get a phone call from Coach Grant. He's like, "Can y'all guys like meet me in the Barclays Center?" That was our like media room. Like Charles Barkley. He was Charles. He's a great friend of
Sonny Smith.
Sonny and Gerald White, our assistant coach, my freshman year under Coach Capel. He was on that Coach Capel, Coach Klein staff. So he donated money to VCU, and VCU named that room after Charles Barkley.
After Chuck. Nice.
Yep. So and that was our like film room. We'll go watch film and all that stuff. So we get a phone call. Coach like meet me in the Barkley Center. In the Barkley room. It's like, all right, this can't be good. Because I mean, it's already speculation like the year before that like he was gonna leave. So we get in the Barkley Center, the Barkley room, and Coach's like, I wanted to be the first to tell you, because like because
he knew what happened last time.
Yeah, and I think only 2 guys from that team went through that, and that was me. Well, me and Eric went through it, but Eric wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, he was graduating
that next year. Yeah. So I was going to be the only one there. So basically, I was the only one who went through it. So he was like, "Well, I want to be the first to tell you that I've accepted a job to go to Alabama." I'm kind of furious at this point in my life, just in my personal life, because like now I dealt with one coach that basically told me he was going to be there, and he didn't even last a year.
Right.
Got another coach come in. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna be here for the long run. He goes. So now it's like, man, like my options are kind of limited, because like at that point I can't transfer.
You could, but it would have been weird late in your career.
Well,
right?
like I would have had to go I think I would have had to go D2 at that moment.
If you wanted to play the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would have had to go into a 6th year
Yeah.
if you wanted to play.
If I would have transferred to
Or you had
another
to transfer,
D1
yeah.
school, and I'm like, I'm 22, I'm 21 at the time. I'm 21 at the time of him leaving. Like after he comes and goes, I'm like, when I finally leave VCU, I'm 22 years old.
Right.
If I would have went a D1 route and sat out, I would have been like 24 in college.
Right.
Yeah, even Van Wilder playing basketball.
Well,
Sorry, bad movie reference.
That's a weird reference. Yeah.
He was in college for 7 years.
No, I understand.
Anyway,
Yeah. So it was like I was just furious about like just the point of just having another coach, not caring who it is. Like I wouldn't have cared who it was, but I was like, man, I got to deal with another sense of authority
Right.
that has like complete control over my future.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, they bring in Shaka Smart.
How much time passed from the time that Grant told y'all to the time Shaka was announced?
I think they hopped on that one. Like VCU hopped on it. Like as soon as like Grant made it official that he was leaving, I think within like I'll say a few weeks.
Yeah. And Shaka came from where?
Too.
Where was he before?
I think he came from Clemson. I think he was at Clemson.
I was gonna say the Florida.
Well, he has that Florida connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all under that. I mean, they all were under that like Billy Donovan
Right.
connection. But I think like he was at.
He might have been at Clemson.
I think he was at Clemson before.
As an assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he comes, and how'd y'all do that year?
Well, he came, and he like I'm like the oldest player on the team, so he brings me into his office to talk to me, so he can like just get to know me. And I'm pretty sure he did that with everybody. And at the time, like I'm one of I'm definitely the oldest player on the team, and at that time I'm living with my girlfriend, which is my wife now. So I'm glad I can speak on that.
Yeah, nice.
If
Yes.
it was a different female, probably would have brought it up.
Yeah, I'm guessing you wouldn't. We can edit it out.
No, but like now, no. At that time, I was living with my girlfriend, which is my wife now. So
And what's her name?
her name's Gail.
Gail.
We'll come back. We'll come back to family.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
And so she lived across from the Siegel Center. We lived as a team. We lived beside the Siegel Center. So, like technically, depending on which door you go into, I was closer to the gym than like the rest of the players were. But I told Coach, and we sat down like man to man, And like, I mean, at this point, like the way I'm looking at, like, yeah, you're my new coach. You're not that much older than me. Like,
yeah, he was.
Like you're old enough. You're old enough to be my oldest brother. So I mean, and he was like really, really cool about that. Like we got out to like a great start, and we built a relationship. I still talk to Coach Smart to this day, but like we just sat down and just talked about like, I mean, everything. Talked about the team and how did he see me as a fit, and I mean, he gave me a lot of leeway. Because like I said, at the time I was living with my girlfriend, and he allowed me to like continue to stay with her as long as like I wasn't like missing practices or workouts.
You were being a good
class.
teammate.
Yeah. Which I was. Yeah. So I mean that relationship, it grew. We get off. I mean we had a okay season that year. It was some ups and downs. We had Larry Sanders. He was on the team. I think he was a junior at the time.
Blocking everything in
Yeah,
sight.
blocking everything that came towards the hoop. Yeah.
Everything in sight. Like it's so funny. Like our principles, a lot of our defensive principles went out the way. It just went out the door when we knew we had Larry back there. You talk about getting in some passing lanes.
Yeah.
We was all in the passing lanes.
You're taking chances every chance you
Go
got.
back door you want to.
Yeah.
You go run into Larry, and Larry is sending that thing. He's sending it the other
And
way.
you never had anything like that on the team.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
That must have been a nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Gosh.
He has a record for block shots, doesn't he? School record, I'm guessing.
I would imagine for VCU he would. Who else would there even be?
I mean, he left early though.
He did.
no.
What? Did he play 3 years?
Yeah.
That's still probably enough to get the school record.
It might be actually. Yeah, it might be.
There have been a lot of shot blockers in VCU's history.
No.
Right.
Not like that, at least.
Yeah.
What was Shaka's style like compared to Anthony Grant? Did they kind of do the same thing because they were under Donovan? Or?
Yeah, like the style of play was like very, very similar, and it like that fit into like the players that were on the team at the time. So like we could still like we basically created havoc.
Yeah.
It was still havoc. Like nothing really changed. We had the same press. Plays were a little different. Some the same. Yeah, but the presses and the man-to-man principles, that was the same. We kept that same.
And Shaka was a player's coach, it sounds like.
Absolutely. See, like Grant was too, but it just seemed like Grant was like more by the book. It was like, I mean, I don't know his like dad or anybody in his family, but you would have thought like his dad was like in the military.
Right.
Yeah. The way like he just carried himself.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
Yeah.
Very serious guy, it sounds like.
Man, yeah. At all times.
Never broke. Always serious.
It didn't break when he was at VCU.
Wow.
And Shaka was serious game time and I'm sure parts of practice, but he would let his hair down.
Yeah.
If he had any.
Yeah.
Actually, he does.
He got it now.
I saw that.
Is he growing it out?
Yeah. He grew it out this season.
Yeah.
Might have been a pandemic thing. I don't know, but
Probably so.
I'm going to have to look that up. I haven't checked him out.
He looks totally different.
totally.
Man. He looks
I can't
totally
imagine him
different.
with hair. Yeah.
I know. I couldn't either.
Have you talked to him since he made the move back to Marquette?
Well, after it happened, I told him, "Congratulations, coach." Yeah. And I mean, we talked about some other stuff like how you doing, how's the family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, so NBA was a possibility for you at any point?
NBA?
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like after we finished that my senior year, we finished that up. Didn't do too well. I mean, we had 20+ wins, which was like pretty good.
That's a good season.
We don't get invited to the NIT, so I think we play in
The CBI.
the CBI.
Yeah.
We ended up winning that, and it was funny because like we didn't want to go to no CBI.
Most people, even basketball fans, have not heard of the CBI.
Yeah, we didn't want to go to the CBI, so it was like, as players, we was just all like, man.
Nobody
But this
wanted
is
to
your
go to
senior year, though,
Yeah,
right?
this is my senior year.
So the more you, I mean, these are your last games ever.
Yeah, these
right?
are my last games ever.
Yeah, so I mean, it's got to be at least cool that
But
you're.
a lot of players on the team, they was like, man,
Yeah, forget this.
forget this stuff, man. Let's just
You're
go,
the only one out
let's
there
just
all
go out
excited.
here and let's just play. And it's crazy because like we went out there with the mentality of like not really caring, and we actually like we won that first game. Then I think we played the second game with the same mentality, like let's just go out there, see what happens, win that game. It's like, man, shoot, we here now. Might as well just win this whole thing. So we end up winning the CBI.
How many games? Was it 5, 6?
I think it was 5, right? Because NIT is what, 5?
Is it 32
CBI?
teams?
I don't know.
I think it was 32 teams. I could be wrong. I'm making stuff up again. Let's call it 5.
We can call it, yeah. It's probably 5. I don't know.
So
Who
what
did you play in the? I'm sorry,
Okay, no, you're
the
good.
finals. Do you remember who you played in the finals, or no?
Nope.
the finals of the CBI?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
I
champ.
don't
That's a ring. You got a ring for that or something, didn't you?
No, man, you got a
No
T-shirt.
ring. you got a T-shirt
100% cotton.
with all the teams that were in the CBI
Yeah, 100%
on it.
cotton for a ring.
100% cotton.
Oh wow,
Yeah, you could take the
A
T-shirt
ring,
and turn it
what?
into a ring if you want
that's
to.
terrible.
A ring.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
What you would? I mean, they give rings to my 8-year-old now for winning
Yeah, I know, right?
baseball
Yeah,
tournaments.
that's true.
Yeah, but not back then.
Not
Yeah.
fuck CBI, huh?
Not CBI.
All right. Whatever.
So what were you doing after you graduated?
So after that, I hired an agent. And those agents and playing overseas is tricky. I never actually went overseas. The agent I hired is probably the worst agent in history. And that is on the record. You said this is live, right? It's recorded.
It's recorded,
Yeah, my agent was probably the worst agent in history. So like, I mean, he would call me and he would tell me like he got a deal for me. Let's get ready. Let's go. And then like, right when it's time to go, I'm like, so what's the deal? What's going on? Yeah, they decided to go another direction, and like I got that call like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, what's up, man? Like, you my agent. Like, you supposed to be making
This is
this
your
stuff
job.
work. Yeah,
This is your job.
This is like what you do. So, I mean, that first year, I'm just working really hard on my game, getting in like top shape, conditioning, weight training. So that first year, I end up like not going overseas. I go the second year, and by this time, that first year after VCU, me and my wife, me and my girlfriend at the time, we stayed in Richmond because I think like she got a job. She got a job in the area, and we stayed there, and I like continued to work on my game. After that first year of not like getting a job, we moved up to Northern Virginia, where she's from, and like I'm still like finding gyms to go work out. I got a membership to a gym, so I'm working out, still going at it, and I'm still communicating with my agent, who obviously wasn't doing anything for me, and then I think like basically my girlfriend at the time, we get pregnant, and like when that happened, I said, I'm not going overseas. Like I'm not leaving my girlfriend and my firstborn here in the United States while I go overseas and play basketball.
Go play ball in Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that. Like, I mean, I've heard like some from like just my former teammates, I've heard like some bad stories about like just being over there, not getting paid. First of all, you're in a foreign country. So like a lot of people do not speak English over there. I mean, a lot of my teammates, they would tell me like they're not getting paid on time. They're not getting paid at all. They're not getting the right amount. It's just, I mean, I just knew that wasn't going to be my life, especially with me having a kid on the way.
Right.
Yeah. So I said, forget that.
Was that the moment you knew you weren't going to play basketball?
Yeah, that was the moment where it like, that was the moment I knew like my basketball career was pretty much over. It really didn't hit home though Like, I mean, I was torn up about it, and I spent like a year, probably over a year, just grieving. And like, I know one day, my wife, like, she came in the room, which she's still my girlfriend at the time. She came in the room. She was like, "Well, TJ, like, you got to figure out like the next chapter in your life. Like, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Man, I don't really know." Like, I never thought about it. Like, I've always thought like I would be playing basketball somewhere. And yeah, it really took me a long time to get over the fact that I was going to be playing basketball.
Because you had been dedicated to it for a really long time.
Ever since I was like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your major in college?
Interdisciplinary studies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at first it was sports management, but like they changed the curriculum of the degree, and I think they like just added in some more educational like classes.
What do you do with that?
They
degree?
call it.
What's
I could have been a teacher. Like, they was like, well, I wanted to be like a coach.
all right?
If I wasn't going to like actually play basketball. Yeah. So like being a teacher, being a coach, that degree would have set like right into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing these days?
I'm a security analyst.
Okay.
Something totally different than my degree.
Is that like
nothing to do with
physical security or info security?
Information security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you like it?
I mean, it's cool.
Do you consider yourself a technology guy? I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty technical.
All right.
So like after the conversation with my wife, coming in there telling me that, hey, you need to figure something out. My first job, I was a unarmed security guard, patrolling this government building, and this is still in Northern Virginia.
This is federal government.
In Herndon, yeah.
Yeah.
Unarmed. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, it
if
was
something
unarmed.
happens?
It's crazy.
You
Like,
blow a whistle. Like, what?
I had keys to every door in the facility. I had a badge and a pen and a pad.
So you could throw your keys at somebody, maybe.
Yeah,
if you
something
needed
happened.
to.
You right now. He's wearing a blue shirt.
Right.
He just fired a shot at me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my first job, and I mean that was all right, I guess. I don't know. It was my first job ever in life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I've never had like my first job. I'm like 23 years old. Yeah, like I never had like a job as a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's different.
Because you were playing basketball.
Playing all these sports.
Yeah.
I never had time to work.
You never had to do fast food as a kid?
No.
Lucky.
What fast food did you work at?
Burger King?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go into that later.
Yeah.
It sounds riveting.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, how do you go from that kind of gig to being in the technology
the
world?
my second job after that, I go from unarmed to armed. So now I'm
You've
like,
really made it.
I got to
really made it.
I step my game up. So now, right now, I'm working at this like top secret facility for the government. So now, not only do I have a badge, I have a gun.
And you had clearance.
I was going to say,
Oh yeah, I had a top secret. A top secret
Yeah.
clearance.
They don't give that to everybody.
Yeah, no.
They had to clear your girlfriend too, right? They had.
No,
or-
No. But
Went
they
that
did
far?
have to check with a few people.
Well, yeah,
before
I
he
mean,
got
they
that.
contact you give references of like who they should go out and interview, and I mean they interviewed like a couple of my buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been interviewed a few times for those kind of
and
clearances.
with me being from Burlington, I only had like a certain amount, a very small circle of like people that I could give.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Because they ask every question you would imagine they would ask.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Clearance.
Yeah. It's definitely a lie detector test.
All right, so you're armed now.
I'm armed. Step
So
my game up, man.
You got a gun. How does having a gun get you to technology?
So with that, I had being armed, it gave me the top secret clearance. That was one foot in the door.
Yeah.
After like a year and some change, after being a security guard, I went like the help desk route because that was like an easy foot into like the technology world.
Right.
So I went to I got on this help desk for the government using the same clearance. And after being on the help desk for a while, I got on like the sysadmin team.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Did you still have the gun?
I actually, like, when I started working on the help desk, I stayed doing the physical security part time, and it was all in the same building. Well, never mind. The help desk was like across the street. Yeah.
So you were carrying the gun part time, but not while you're doing help desk.
Oh no, not while we're doing help desk.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Hey,
nah,
just so you know, as I'm helping you fix this technical problem, I got a gun.
right.
Right.
But it was.
Forgot my password.
Well, when I became the sysadmin was in the same building as where I was doing the physical security. So I had like access to like everything in the whole entire building.
And since you have top secret clearance, I'm not going to ask you what was going on in that building. Since we're
I
not
mean, you
supposed
can
to.
ask me. Just want to answer it. But yeah, that's probably like the funnest job I ever had. The physical security.
Really?
Where I had the guns. Oh my goodness.
What's the
man,
craziest thing that happened?
yes.
That you can talk about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You can withhold names.
Well, within that job, I had a 9mm on my hip. I carried a 12-gauge shotgun, all like wrapped around my shoulders, and we had ARs. Well, not ARs.
AR-15, you're saying? It's not
not
AR-15.
AR-15s. We had it'll come back later.
But
It's another like
it's a semi-automatic rifle.
yeah. So we had to like carry those, learn how to shoot those.
You're carrying all three of them?
At times. Had shotgun on my back. Hand. On my back.
Was this facility in the middle of the Middle East? Like, I don't understand why you're carrying all that
No,
horsepower.
it's not. No, it's in Northern Virginia.
That's real top secret stuff right here.
Yeah. All right.
But like I said, that was like it was probably the best job I had. It's the second lowest paying job I ever had. Like the unarmed.
That's always the case.
The unarmed, man, I wasn't getting paid anything.
Yeah, I can't imagine you were. Yeah.
But that second job, that was like that was fun. It was fun.
What made it fun?
I like just the people and like the things we would see. I know you asked me that question, and I'm like just trying to think about stuff, but the people, like the people were like funny because I mean you dealing with all different types of people,
Right.
But it's just one person in particular. I mean I don't want to speak on it, man. He might listen and one day, like, man, you talking all this crap about me.
He's funny, but not in a good way.
Correct.
Okay, got it. We'll move on. Tell us about your wife and your two kids.
Yeah, happily married now to Gail. She's my sweetheart. She's my everything. We got two kids, Terry the third, because I'm junior. So we got Terry the third. He's 8 years old, and Peyton, she's 7, and love them both dearly.
Is Peyton daddy's girl?
When she wants to be.
When she's trying to manipulate you, maybe.
Yeah, when she wants to be. Now my son, he's a mommy's son. He's a mommy's guy. Mm-hmm. That boy loves his mama. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I love his mama.
You can't blame him.
Right, I can't blame the little guy. But like,
And what's he go by?
Trey.
Trey, that's what I thought.
He go by
Yeah.
Trey. So my daughter, she's 7 and he's 8, and she's like taller than him. Yeah, she's tall. My son's playing basketball. He plays basketball. I want to get him in like different sports, but like he's allergic to grass, so that kind of like
He's actually allergic to grass.
yeah.
Ooh,
So that like eliminates like.
is that something he'll get past, or is it?
I mean,
all-
hopefully.
Yeah, that's tough. Oh, that's
Yeah,
tough.
it's tough, man.
Man.
And it's crazy because like my cousin, I took Brendon Tate, who
Yeah.
played in the NFL.
The guy you're going to help us get on the podcast, right?
Yeah. he would come back down to Burlington and like have like summer camps for like the kids.
Right.
And like I'll bring my son down. We'll drive down and attend, and like he would be the only one out there with like long sleeve shirts and like.
Oh, it's a skin thing.
Yeah, he'll
Okay.
like break out. Yeah, so like it's like I mean we're talking about in the summertime like 90 degrees plus,
That's rough.
and he's out there with like Under Armour long sleeves and long like pants.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully he gets past it.
yeah, hopefully, but he loves basketball. And, like he played with your son.
yeah.
Like he loves basketball.
good.
Is your son better than Kevin's son?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Let-
Now I had
let
I had an
Kevin
older
answer
one
that
and a
question.
younger one. So my younger one is Briggs is the same age, I think.
Yeah, Briggs is
Yeah.
the same age as Trey.
Briggs,
Yeah.
Briggs, he's getting there, but no, Trey's better.
He's not Trey.
Yeah, no offense, Briggs.
Your dad still loves you, Briggs.
Yeah, Trey. Trey's a shooter. Yeah, he's a shooter. Like
So he's gonna play some three maybe, as he's coming
I
up.
mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets a coach that's going to put him in a post, now we're going with a different coach. All right, live that lifestyle.
You
Yeah,
learned that
yeah,
lesson.
well, yeah. You got
Three's a
lessons.
lot more fun.
Yeah,
It's a lot more fun.
yeah. I mean, hopefully, like he's like a 2, or even a 1. He
All
probably
for-
he probably doesn't need to be a 1. I can be honest right now. Like Trey,
He
he
likes to shoot.
likes to shoot.
Yeah.
He's got-
I tell people now, like he's never seen a shot he doesn't like.
And he's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, like he hits them when he's not forcing them.
Right.
Like if he's not forcing his shot up, like he come down, he's knocking it down.
The hardest thing to teach kids that can shoot, though, to me, is don't force it.
Yeah,
Just
don't
let
oh,
the
yeah.
game come to you,
can't-
man.
Yeah, you can't teach no 8,
No,
8,
you
9,
can't.
10-year-old kid that now.
It eventually sinks in, but yeah, it doesn't show up when they're 8.
Trey takes some bad shots. I get on him all the time about it. Just take good shots, man.
Yeah.
When you take the good shots, those are the ones you make.
Yeah.
It
Pretty
is,
pretty straightforward.
You don't want to hear that though, man.
it is fun watching TJ coach, though. I tell you,
Are you yelling a lot? Are you excited?
Whole game.
he gets excited.
I'm overly excited, and I'm yelling the whole game. I'm on every player. I treat every player on my team the same.
He does.
Like it's no. I don't give my son any special privileges. Like right now, my son doesn't even start on my team.
You're probably harder on your son than you are the other kids, maybe a little bit.
Probably a little bit, but I'm hard on all of them. Like I'm hard on all of them, and I'm trying to teach these kids the right way to play. Like we're not taking any shortcuts. We're playing the right way. We're playing hard on defense. You get your shot whenever you can on offense. Your defense dictates your offense. If you want to have fun, you want to score a lot, which every kid wants to do.
Play defense.
Play some defense.
Yep.
Get some stops. Get a steal. We're playing man to man. You play defense. You steal the ball from the guy. It's 1-0.
Right.
There's your easy bucket right there.
Yep.
Like just trying to make the game simple for these kids. They try to do it the hard way.
Is this AAU we're talking about?
AAU, rec. Well, when you get like pressing and things of that nature, it's AAU. But like rec league, you want to score, go get a steal.
Right.
Well, you're still coaching with Lionel, right?
Well,
no?
AAU, no.
No.
I was by myself. Well, I had Phil.
Phil's with you. Okay.
Yeah, Phil was
okay.
with me. Yeah,
Phil who?
Phil
Phil
Janney.
Janney.
You think he'd be good on the podcast?
yeah. Like he played football for
Richmond?
For
yeah.
Richmond.
Yeah. Cool. All right. You ready for your last question?
Sure.
Kevin, he has 2 questions that he likes to ask. One question is some 5-part question that he likes to make up.
Good night.
Yeah, we're not doing that tonight, I hope. And the other one is, let's go.
Really?
Let's go with
First of
Jimmy.
all-
Let's go with Jimmy Kimmel.
We are. But do you play golf?
Nah.
No, you haven't got there yet. Once you get a little older, you'll.
When you
You'll
can't
find
when you
golf.
can't do other things, you play golf.
Right. That's why I played this morning. I can't do anything else. All right. So Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah, just mix it
Jimmy
up. man.
Fallon is sick tonight. You're taking over, so you have to have one male guest, one female guest, and one musical group or comedian. It's up to you, or you can do both. We like to get people who do both.
And these people can be alive or
Alive,
passed
dead.
away.
You can go for ratings or just the TJ show. This is my favorites, which is usually the way I like to do it. Tell us your favorites, right? Male, female, music, comedian.
Does the male have to play a sport?
Nope.
No, male can be
anybody
anything.
in the world.
Can be anything.
You be Jesus if you want. People have picked him.
You've picked him, in fact.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm just interviewing
You
a
interview
person.
him. You're Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
You're the host of your own late night
The
show.
roots are right over there.
Interviewing, I'll probably say Jackie Robinson.
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can I ask why Jackie Robinson? I mean,
he's like he's my hero. He's the reason I wore number 42.
oh,
Like I wore number 42 in high school, college, AAU, and he's the reason I wore number 42.
he went through some stuff that I don't think I know I could never understand what he went through.
Right. I couldn't either.
And the bravery it took to do what he did.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's an amazing man.
Yep. I would say like he's the reason why like me as a black man why I'm able to play, why I was able to play sports. Like he opened up the gates for all of us.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't think you can point to anybody else.
No.
Yeah, I think he was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what about your female?
This is just an interview.
Yeah. Versus playing basketball.
Oh, we were going to play one-on-one basketball. Right. Okay. I was going to tell Gail to just shut her ears if you wanted to.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, she probably already knows. Probably Christina Milian. She's a singer,
Okay.
actress. I'll probably interview her.
Why her?
She's smoking. Why else?
All right, what about your band?
The band,
Yeah.
like a musical group.
Yep.
Who was your go-to when you were getting ready for a game?
Artist or musical group? Like
Artist.
Probably Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably interview him anyway. I know he has a lot of stories.
He's got a great personality too. Right?
Yeah.
He's a Packers fan. Go figure.
Aaron Rodgers.
See, I knew we'd come full circle.
That's gonna
Everything else.
stick for TJ.
Yeah.
Any comedian? Who's your favorite comedian?
Well, the comedian that I would interview is probably Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, who's your favorite then? If it's not him.
I mean, I don't know. All those guys are funny.
Chappelle's the funniest guy on earth. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's so smart too. I mean,
Well, that's why he's so good.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
All those guys are funny.
All right, right on.
That's a good show. I'm watching that.
Cool. So you're not going to ever go with Jimmy Kimmel. It's always Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Kimmel's all right, but
All right. Right on. TJ, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it, man. 47 minutes is not a short drive, and you got another 47 minutes to go back. Before you head out, though, why do you live where you live? Because you kind of live in the middle of nowhere now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's well, first of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries.
I mean, it's a good neighborhood. I mean, it's growing. It's really growing out there.
is it Magnolia Green? Is that where you live? The neighborhood?
It's
It's a
Magnolia
golf
Green.
course there, right?
There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you.
All right, right on.
It's a nice area, actually. It's just so far from here.
Right.
Right. Yeah. It's a ways.
Cool. All right. Thanks, TJ. Appreciate you joining us.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. We'd also really appreciate if you'd rate and review us. You can find us at scodupodcast.com.